Hello, I am Mrs. Miller, and we are on lesson 12 of the Lego Lego Education Build Me Emotions series. These are stories that help us learn about emotions that we all experience, possibly every day. This one is called Jeesun and Jayden Need to Work It Out. Ooh, this sounds like we have to do some problem solving. Problem solving is when you have a problem and you've got to figure out a solution. For example, two friends want an ice cream cone, but there's only one ice cream cone. You have a problem. You gotta come up with a solution, right? What are some solutions in that case? Maybe you could get a bowl and put the ice cream, split it in two. It's really hard, you can't split a cone in two. Maybe you could put the ice cream in a bowl for someone and the other friend gets the cone. Maybe this time one friend eats the ice cream cone and next time the other friend gets to eat the ice cream cone. When you're problem solving, there's normally more than one way to solve the problem. So you guys can talk it out and work through a problem. As you get older, you should be doing more and more problem solving on your own and not need as much adult help. All right, let's dive into the story and see what we could learn. It was the fairy tale unit in Mrs. Muffin's class. Jayden and Jeesun were so excited for the end of circle because that meant it was their turn to play in the dramatic play center. Mrs. Muffin had put away the kitchen things and replaced them with some beautiful dresses, fairy wings, and a knight's shield and armor. Jeesun noticed right away that beside the comfy reclining chair, there were some wonderful pop-up books and some fairy tales that they had been studying. And in the back corner, there was a big stuffed dragon. Ooh. When their teacher called their names to go play, they both rushed right to the costumes. Jeesun reached for the knight helmet a little before Jayden and lifted it onto her head. When he snatched it from her, "Hey, Jayden, that was mine!" She cried. "No, I was going to play with it," Jayden sneered, as he crammed the helmet onto his head and pulled down the eye shield. "Fine, I'll just go play somewhere else," said Jeesun as she flopped herself into the blue chair and pulled a book onto her lap. It wasn't long before she was totally memorized by its beautiful pages, and something whacked it right out of her hands. Startled and annoyed, Jeesun looked up to see Jayden swinging the stuffed dragon around its head with its long spiked tail flattened around him. Jeesun had lost her patience. She marched over to Jayden and ripped the dragon out of his hands. "Now it's mine," she said with a snarl as she carried the dragon under her arm back to the chair. "No, Jeesun, I was fighting that dragon. Give it to me," Jayden said. "No way. You hit me with it. It's mine now. I'm going to read it a book," said Jeesun. Jayden looked defeated, but he remembered that Mrs. Muffin taught him that asking nicely usually worked. As calmly as he could, he said, "Can I please have the dragon back now?" Jeesun looked up from the book, hugged the dragon around its neck, and said, "Never." Whoa. Are these friends playing nicely? No, they're really not, right? So the problem was Jeesun and Jayden have just been fighting at each other a lot. In a quick time too. My goodness. So let's talk about what are some ways we could solve the problem. Let's first talk about the problem. The problem was one friend hit the other friend with a toy on accident. But right before he did that, he got the helmet that she wanted. Ooh, that's two problems. Quick. Sometimes the size of the problem feels much bigger when there's a lot of little problems. So right now we have two problems, right? One friend wanted a helmet and it wasn't her turn, right? So she was frustrated. She went to read a book. She was doing okay until that same friend accidentally hit her with the dragon. That was two problems. That made her go from a little irritated to very angry. Now, the friend here tried to be kind and polite and asked politely for the dragon back. Was she ready to give it up? No. So what could they do next? Well, he could ask, oh, can I listen to you read the book? Or can I read the book with you? That could be something. He could apologize. He could talk to the teacher for help. Or he could just wait. Maybe when she finished reading the book, she would have cooled down and it would be a good time to play with the dragon again, right? After all, I'm sure there's lots of other toys to play in the room. So what you want to try to do when you have a problem is work with the person. But if your friend is still looking angry, it doesn't look like she's ready to problem solve yet. And reading a book might be a good way to let her calm down and then try to talk to her again when her face looked a little calmer. All right, those are some ways that you can learn to work out problems. All right, thank you for joining me. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.